Sportsball.
Welcome to Sportsball. Hey, everyone.
God, yes.
Yes, we are very excited. Huge show today. We have a lot to talk about. We might have made some people upset over the weekend. We're going to have to get into that. It was a huge NFL weekend. Huge stuff going on in baseball. We got a crowd here tonight. We have Funhaus here tonight.
Hey.
We have a party after this that we're very excited to get to. But before we get to any of that, crowd. Got a big crowd here tonight. Look at that.
They're applauding for the alcohol afterwards.
They just want this show to be over so they can start drinking, like, officially. Before we get to that, let's tell you who's on the show.
Who's on the show?
Well,
I'm Joel Hayman.
Mr. Joel Hayman. And?
My name is Brandon.
Farmahini.
I fucked it up. They're never going to have me back.
I'm your host, Tyler Coe. Welcome to Sportsball number 4. Guys, really excited to do the show today. It was once again a great weekend of sports all across the world.
This is the best part of the year.
It's the fall for sports is the best time.
September, October, baseball. You got to skip those like 3 or 4 months of baseball.
Yeah,
in the middle
you get the
of the
doldrums
season.
in the summer. Yeah. Baseball is really boring. No offense, baseball, but 162
awesome.
games
I disagree.
is
Baseball's
too
awesome.
many games. I love baseball, but getting to the postseason is the best part. Football just started. NFL just started. Everybody's excited about that. And guys, it was kind of a big weekend because we did a fantasy league here at Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
No. We're gonna get to that. We are gonna get to that soon enough.
Yeah, this was my first week playing fantasy football. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good for me. Not good. Like, I drafted a player who's injured and not playing. And
Was
then
it Foster?
Arian Foster, I drafted him. He was like in the 6th round. I was like, ESPN has him ranked really high.
You got that mixed up. Not 6th round. He was out for 6 weeks. You got
6
those
weeks.
numbers.
Yeah, I get
mixed
this.
up right
Still
there.
learning the stats. So not good. I had Des Bryant on my team. His foot got a cold.
Shit, that is
He's
not good
out
for
for
you.
like 4 weeks. My guy's like, I got the tight end from the Panthers.
Greg Olsen. Yeah.
He caught a touchdown pass, and then they call it back.
It
was
away.
desperate. And I was playing Jeff, and Jeff's team was robo-picked. So it was auto.
Which means he's going to win the league.
Which means he's going to win the league, and
Yeah.
his robo-picked team crushed my team.
Yeah, it was
It's
nuts.
sad.
Yeah, it was an exciting weekend, especially for some Texas teams because we just talked about Des Bryant going down for the Cowboys.
We should talk about the Giants.
And Deshaun
We have to
Jackson,
talk
too,
about that
going
game.
out, too.
That screwed a lot of
That
people
screwed up
over
me, my
fantasy-wise.
fantasy.
He's like dropped out 5 minutes before the game started.
I know. I feel like I should have been notified
Well, you probably were.
that he was out. Like, I should get a phone call.
Is he on your team?
Yeah.
And so then they pulled him.
You know what,
5 minutes
Tyler?
before,
Have you
and
talked
and
about
weren't
the
able to pull
scores?
him? And you weren't able to pull him?
No, it was like 5 minutes before the game.
Was it?
Yeah, he was,
Is the player locked 5 minutes before the game?
No,
soon as it
it's
starts.
like right up into like 11:59. Like you can change it.
That's
Yeah.
painful.
So
I
what?
want
You
a
wanted
phone
Dan
call.
Snyder to call
Yeah,
you?
I want a phone call.
That guy's not calling anybody. He's dealing with his own little PR mess for the Redskins right there. Sorry, buddy.
It's too
I'm not
bad.
changing the name.
You know, when you
I'll
talk,
let
when
you
you
know,
talk about
Deshaun Jackson.
when you talk about professional sports franchises, it's brutal because the one person whom you can't fire is the owner.
Yeah.
But it's like, it would be funny if they had a rule in all professional sports franchises that every 10 years, the fans could have a vote to like vote out the owner if they wanted. I mean, because the worst thing about I'm a huge Redskins fan. Daniel Snyder
Really?
I was there for 10 years in DC. He has been a blemish. We got to get rid of him.
He's worse than that. The guy, no offense. No, absolutely not. No, total offense given to Dan Snyder. He's an idiot. That guy is
Right.
one of the worst owners in the league. It's not even funny.
We'll pull our money and we'll buy the team.
Can we-
Here's the thing, though, about Snyder.
I don't
Is
wanna
he
buy- I don't wanna
hires
go to-
he
I don't wanna
hires
go to
strong
Washington.
personalities now, ever since Shanahan. I think the owner of, I think it's the Bengals, he's also the GM of the team.
Yeah,
Which is
well-
why they haven't won a playoff game in like
Well, this is the
15
case.
years.
This is the case for the Dallas Cowboys.
But it's like,
right?
what are you gonna do?
And it's like Jerry Jones. A couple last year or the year before last, you could have said people were coming out and saying, and I thought this to be true. The Cowboys will never ever win a Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is the owner of the team.
And they
because he
still
keeps-
won't.
because it's his hobby, right? And it's like because I own the team, I'm not going to be the general manager. But it's like it can't be a hobby; it has to be a job.
I mean,
but
the
last
team
year they
did
really
well last year.
Yeah,
They did, and they
It's
got
hard
off
to look at that
They
and
got off
say-
to an okay start, I guess, if you will, until the Giants decided to completely blow it, i.e. Eli Manning.
And we should
basically.
set this up correctly for the audience who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Where it's obviously like the Giants had the game in the bag coming down to last minute of a half.
Yeah, it was 23-13 going into the fourth quarter. Giants have this thing in the bag, like Joel said. Cowboys look like shit, not moving the football. Giants look to be in control of this one. They're going to take it down. They're going to get a W, which is big. It's a divisional game. It's bigger than a non-divisional one because that automatically gets you a step closer to the playoffs. It's huge. It's a Huge rivalry, too.
And as context, Eli Manning has just signed a brand new contract.
Huge contract, $85 million, $65 guaranteed to not fuck up.
Yeah, he made it clear before that, though, that he wanted to be one of the highest paid players. So
he's got 2 Super Bowls.
That came out in the offseason where it's like that story emerged where he should be one of the highest paid players. And it's like you think everyone who's an Eli Manning fan, or if you invest in this guy, you're thinking, okay, well, one of his pluses is that he's a smart general on the field. He understands clock management.
He tried to be.
He understands the big picture.
He's a general.
He tried
He's not a smart general.
He's a general who...
So if anybody wants to wonder why he has not been paid max money, we're about to explain why.
Yeah, do you want to explain the strategy?
All right, so basically here's what happens, folks. Cowboys start coming back in the fourth quarter that the Giants have been winning. They're up by 10 points. It gets down to about 1:43 left in the game. Giants have the football. They're knocking on their own end zone, all right? So they're about to score. Eli throws the ball on 3rd down, 4th and 1, I believe. 4th and 1 on the goal line. So run the football. Get a touchdown. We're not going to do that. Hold on. We're going to settle for a field goal. We're going to let the Cowboys come all the way back down the field to score the winning touchdown.
The key, they came back and won the...
Here's the key. Eli told his running back, don't score. He was worried about the Cowboys having 1 timeout left, which they didn't. He didn't know how many timeouts they had.
This story emerged after the fact where the running back interviewed the running back, and the running back
Eli told his running back, "Don't go score a touchdown because we want to win." Eli, I'm sorry that you had a really bad moment.
He was getting too cute. It's just score.
Well, he had one of his what was his DirecTV commercial? He's the one that he falls blame to it first. It was like, I'm Eli Manning, and I have
bad clock management.
I guess that's what it would be.
I'm normally Eli Manning. I'm Eli Manning with bad clock management. That should be the new commercial, where he's always late.
Exactly.
Somewhere.
So if you're a Giants fan,
that hurts.
I'm really sorry
because they were not picked to win that game, and they had it. They were not favorites in that game, and they came down to it, and they were going to steal a victory from the Cowboys, and they blew it.
They were.
And you know what? That one decision with only 16 games in an NFL season, that could mean the playoffs or not.
Yeah, it could.
That could mean a bye or not. It's just like, you're talking about, I mean, that's millions of dollars worth of it's crazy.
And how many times
I've made worse decisions in a split second.
Well, this is why everyone likes football over maybe other sports, is because, man, these games mean something.
Yeah. Every single game means something. Every single game. And especially when it comes down to the individual. So if you have a big game, you're going to keep playing. If you don't, you're going to have some trouble staying in the league. But, a guy that we were talking about a lot on this show who finally made his NFL debut was Jarryd Hayne, the former rugby player who actually made the 49ers, and all of Australia is very excited about that.
All of Australia,
really cool story,
excited.
Too. Yeah.
Half of Australia live blogging the 49ers football game.
Was the best part.
Which was the best
amazing.
part.
It was amazing. Yeah, so they're live blogging this game, talking about Jarryd Hayne, and this guy who's never watched pro football before in America, he kind of loses his shit.
Well, he sort of struggles with understanding NFL football.
And it's so funny to see it from somebody else's perspective, because he's watching the game, and if you watch football, you know how many timeouts there are, how many breaks there are. You have huddles, and then there's penalties, and there's a lot of stoppage. And if you think about European sports, soccer, rugby, hurling,
it's true, because it's just sort of
it's constantly going.
Like America, very commercialized maybe, and football ideal for commercialization, because every little break you can slip an ad in there.
Yeah.
Whereas like baseball or soccer, it's like, nope, you're with us until this inning ends, or until with soccer you're there for the half.
And I get the frustration too, because it's like, we penalize guys who take too long. We give them a delay a game penalty, and then we wait another 45 seconds.
Yeah. It's a catch-22. It's funny how we need a stat guy. If we had a stat guy right now, he could tell us. Is Cole here somewhere? I don't know if he is, but we need to get a stat guy to tell us. It was something that somebody broke it down, because an NFL game is supposed to be 60 minutes. It's 15 minutes per quarter. Mm-hmm. But how much actual football was being played was somewhere around 8 minutes. Out of total action of what you're seeing.
I have a macro thing to say about this, though, because
long.
It's just sort of like you think about action versus time, and you're subdividing it in football. The thing about football is what it is we want that moment where one guy smashes into another guy as hard and as fast as he can.
Yes.
Then when that happens, you stop, and then you set them up again, so that conflict happens again within 5 seconds of the next play. So the thing, you are packing a lot of action in there for that one moment where they can just smash their heads together, stop, put yourselves in the optimal positions to smash heads again, and then keep going, right?
Yeah.
Because you want that one crystallized moment. Whereas other sports, you're just kind of like...
You're kind of going. That's all it is.
You don't think of the linemen, like how many plays are in a game, like maybe 60? It's like most of those times, it's the same two dudes who are just like standing up and like wrestling with each other.
Yeah, for
play
the most
after
part.
play. Like they just know, all right, I'll see you tomorrow or in 5 minutes, Hank. Okay, Fred.
Well, it's funny. There's games out there, and we kind of touched on a few of them that they're always going, and they're really difficult, even if we don't think they look that difficult. And so last week we talked about a little sport called hurling. Now, if you've not heard about what hurling is, it's a predominantly Irish sport. It's very big over there. And how big, you ask? How big really is this sport? Well, we talked about it last week, and we made a few comments about it. And we didn't really think much of it. You know, it was new to us seeing this sport, which is basically, I said, personally, it's like adult Quidditch. It kind of looks like that, but it's pretty badass. Like, they're tough guys running around, like, knocking the shit out of each other. It was really cool.
You just let me know when you want me to jump in.
All right, now, hold on, Joel. It's because we have a little bit to get to.
Tyler, he's setting the mood.
So, yeah, nothing came from it, right?
Nothing.
Except I get a phone call and then an email. And it's Ireland. Ireland's on the phone. Ireland's not happy.
The
entire country of Ireland is not happy with Sportsball. And I'm like, well, what's going on here? So I get sent an article from a major publication in Ireland, and our mugs are on it, talking about, look at these Americans watching hurling. God. And I'm like, shit, this can't be good. So I listened to the bit that we when we were talking about this, and yeah, we might have said a few things. It might have not been that flattering. So I get another email saying, hey, so we want the radio station in Ireland, there's only one, I think, that wants me to call in and kind of smooth things over.
I think
and
RTE Radio 1.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'll call Ireland. I'll talk to those people. I'll say what's up and just smooth things over. So I had to apologize on behalf of not only this show, but everybody on it, the United States of America, for making fun of hurling.
We don't apologize to anybody.
Now, hold on, there's one more
That's
caveat
the great
to
thing
this.
about
There's
being
one
an
more thing.
American.
I get
is
that.
You get to be annoying
I get that.
and obnoxious
loud.
to the rest of the world.
And shitty.
it's
That's
charming.
what we do. That's what we do. We shit on things, and I get that. Not on this show. So we're going to rectify this situation. Here's what's going to happen. Is that there was one stipulation that they had. They said we could fix all of this if the one perpetrator in this that they were really offended by, which is Mr. Joel. They asked if we could maybe try our hand in hurling, specifically you, and lo and behold, there's somebody here in Austin, Texas that has a curling club. They do Irish sports. Look at them. There they are, right there.
This is in
Those
Austin.
some big guys.
They all have fucking sticks.
Yes, they do. They don't look very...
fucking pissed off.
Oh, yeah, they do. So here's what's going to happen, Joel, is you are actually going to be playing a game of hurling with these guys when the All-Stars of Hurling come into Austin in October. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exciting.
First of all, let me say that last week some things were said on Sportsball that may or may not have been said. And also let me say that Ireland is the greatest country filled with the greatest people on earth. Okay? Now that we know that, the other point I wanted to make is that on Sportsball, we sort of have a tendency to kind of talk over one another because we get very excited. So we're always talking over one another. And I was making some points last week, and I said, boy, look at that sport. How hard can that be? You run around, you got a stick, no problem. But kind of the point I was making was like, when you're a kid, you watch baseball, you're football, you're like, that's easy, I could do that. But I never got to the part where I was going to say, but it's probably really hard. Okay.
That's a pretty important thing to leave out.
That is an important thing.
It's like,
but that said, I do want to say that yes, I probably am the greatest hurler ever.
God damn it.
Ever. I am the greatest hurler ever.
Joel, God damn it, dude. I'm going to have to call him back now.
I will take them all. I will take them all.
So you will go, how many are in a team? Like 30?
There's like 100 of these guys just going to beat the shit out of us now, Joel, because now I got to call Ireland again.
I mean, just as long as there's no actual running involved in the sport, I'm fine.
That's all they're doing is just running around with huge sticks and balls.
As long as I don't actually have to
their
run
own
around.
balls. Like, that's all they do. This is bad.
We love Ireland. It's going to be great.
Awesome.
It's going to be
it's
great.
So much fun.
I didn't officially agree to this.
No, you did. You did by coming on the show. You did. It's
that's great. Well, I'm glad that you hooked that up, Tyler. That was very. I
thought you would like that.
That was really courageous of you. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
All right,
we should keep you off the email from now on.
While you think about that and think about how bad you're going to get destroyed by these guys,
they're
probably going to take it a little bit hard.
I'm just going to not think about that until we get to.
Well, Brandon, we're going to set that up, right? We'll make a big production of it. Yeah.
You have experience, right? Weren't you a catcher?
God, that's a whole other story.
All right.
But by the way, we never talked on the point. Haynes' first play on the 49ers.
Oh yeah, it was a fumble.
It was a fumble. He was trying to catch like a punt return.
Look at this shit. You think you can do this?
No, but I'm just saying,
like
if you're looking at the sport from, the running part where we're running down the field, that looks, kind of hard.
Look at these guys. You can't do that.
Come on, that's like just fancy racquetball.
That does look like
That's
a.
You're going to be next.
Oh, God.
They're going to come after you now. I don't want to be a part of this. Y'all two can do it. I'm out.
How hard is that ball is the question.
You
have to start asking yourself
digging.
now.
You keep digging. Come on, this is a show of the world that we're trying to be.
Oh, my God.
For those of you who like playing fantasy football, fantasy sports, you guys really need to check out FanDuel. FanDuel is awesome. We had week 1 in the books. If you're not a part of it, that's fine. You get to do it right now. You can do it tomorrow. You do it the day after. You get to sign up for FanDuel whenever. We have a really cool deal, too. If you go to FanDuel.com, there's this little yellow microphone in the right-hand corner. It's there on the page. It's a yellow microphone. Find it. You click on it. You type in Sportsball. It's the name of the show. You do that, and then you're going to get a really good deal, which is basically like every dollar you put in will be matched by FanDuel up to $200.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do they have fantasy hurling?
They do not have fantasy hurling.
Maybe that's something they should think about adding. And then you could add me as a player to your team and be like, Joel, he's a 5-star.
Auto-draft,
Joel. You would ride my bench for sure. But it's a lot of fun if you go do it. My week 1 didn't go that great, but I got 34th. I want to say congratulations to Black and Tan. They won $75.
That's a good name.
It's a really good name.
That's a really good name.
And I think it was, I don't know, maybe they're a Bengals fan. Something in play right there.
I bet they're Black and Tan. I bet they're from Ireland.
I'm thinking tangerine or something in my head, and that's the orange color. I don't know.
Black and Tan.
But anyways, they won, and they won $75. You can do the same.
Nice.
It only costs. It's $1, it's $5, however much money you want to put in. And if you join our league, which is, I think, up to 100 people will kind of rotate in and out. You can be a part of it. So go to FanDuel.com, check it out. Remember, go to the yellow thingy that has this thingy.
This thingy?
The
microphone?
Icon in the corner of the thing.
Microphone.
And you click on it, and you type in Sportsball, and then you're going to get all the great free stuff. It's excellent. FanDuel.com.
That's awesome.
Just go to the website and just hammer on your mouse.
And I'm sort of new to this myself, and it's I don't know what to tell you. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, can we show people what happened with our fantasy league then? Because I am so excited to get to this, because every week with fantasy football, the best thing, we told you guys last week, why you play fantasy sports is so you can talk shit to your friends, the people that you love the most, because that's the only reason we have friends, is so we can talk shit to them. And there's no better outlet than fantasy football. So,
yeah.
Did you take out Deshaun Jackson? Is that what happened?
No, he's on your team.
I know.
I didn't personally take. I'm not Tanya Harding. I didn't take him out. I don't know what happened. Ask Dan Snyder. But
he said Adrian Peterson over there.
Adrian Peterson. Yeah. Well, he didn't have that great of a game either. So our first week was in the books, and remember we had a fan. An RT community member.
How did he do? Did he win?
He was the London Silly Nannies. I believe he did. He beat Gus.
Oh,
wow. Which is a pretty big accomplishment.
It is a pretty big, because Gus knows, man. Gus is no pushover.
He is not a pushover. But Joel, you fell to Jeff?
Yeah, I had the lowest score of any team in the league. Yeah, go
That's
me.
Really bad.
That is really bad. I do not want that trophy. Yeah, I told you it was just sort of like I had it. I had Des Bryant. He got
hurt.
Romo would not throw the football to Des Bryant when he was in the locker room.
They did not look like they were ready for the season to start. A lot of football teams will do that. They'll sit their starters and they come in rusty.
It's funny too, because I was like, I got like the 7th pick overall, and I was like, if I got the number 1 pick, I'm taking Adrian Peterson. Peterson,
I would have too.
Dud. I mean,
it's week 1.
Well, week 1.
Right,
I don't want to overreact.
For everybody watching right now, you can see our scores. The teams that are highlighted in yellow have won the match. If you look at the top, if you will, especially to the left side, there's a 120 to 62. Who's that, Brandon?
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't score the lowest. Brandon!
No, I beat you.
I love it.
No, I had more.
What are you talking about? I demolished you.
You had 58 and I had 58.
Oh, no, I had 58.
You're looking at the wrong team, dude.
Damn it.
What? No.
That's your team.
Team Clever Name. That's your team.
Oh, Joel had 58.
I had 58.
Tyler can't count good.
What are you talking about? I saw the score right there. It was 126.
You almost got twice the amount of points.
I did.
You did really well. It's really
My defense scored 0.
Who was your defense?
The Texans. And the Patriots had 2, and they were on the bench.
Why did you pick the Texans?
Because he's a
Because
homer.
Because you're a Texans fan.
You're a homer.
So that you have no one to blame for but yourself.
I know the team. I know they just plugged a huge hole in nose tackle position with Will Flock, who came from New England. You have Watt, who's a sack machine, and I
got Brian
with
Cushing.
the aggressive
He's
defense,
got great teeth.
Didn't work.
they'd get in there. Like the thing is, though, I don't know. The problem is the system on the fantasy and what it prioritizes. With points.
Points-wise.
Yeah.
Well, in our particular league, defense isn't like the strongest.
Yeah,
I
these
guess.
things
I
called
know.
like touchdowns. Those are a lot of points.
It's really
you
just
wanna
your
get
quarterback.
Those. Yeah, you want to get those people that score touchdowns, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers.
Like,
anything.
yeah, my Texan,
like
my defense, they gave up a lot of yards and points, but shouldn't there be another?
I think the
way?
lesson. I think the lesson
you
here,
should
and again,
just pick the best team.
like people who are new to this, and I
Yeah.
kind of made this mistake as well, is people have a tendency to like pick with what they're familiar with, which isn't necessarily the right move.
You know the big name. It makes you feel comfortable, but you should not
But
necessarily
you shouldn't
take
do it.
that
And it's
person.
funny too because a lot of these things, FanDuel, they come and they sort of rank the players. Man, you
Right.
got to take those rankings seriously.
Yeah, you do.
They really do know what they're doing.
Before I drafted those defenses, I went and I looked at the strength of schedule, and the Texans have one of the lowest strength of schedules because they play in the AFC South and they're playing the NFC South this year. And the Patriots are pretty too, but
Yeah.
the NFL, like we forget every year it changes so much. There's more parity in the
There
NFL
is
and
so
changeover
much
And it's
parity.
than any other sport.
That's why they love it so much. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody
Like,
can win
Can we-
every single year.
Can we talk about Mariota and Winston?
We can talk
Mariota
about
for a
that
second?
real quick, yeah. The two rookie quarterbacks, this is the first time ever in NFL history where the number 1 draft pick and the number 2 draft pick overall at the same position,
Faced
who
each other,
both
yeah.
won Heismans, who both played in national championship games,
Yep.
face each other in week 1 of the NFL season.
And
That's a lot right there. It's pretty cool.
I'm coming out right now.
Very rare.
I'm coming out right now, and I'm saying Winston, not the real deal. This guy is not.
It's one game.
That's a week
It's
1.
like
That's a
his
week 1
offense-
overreaction.
His offense is harder to implement in a single game than Mariota's.
Typically, the second week of NFL is the overreaction week, where it's just
no,
sort of like
it's week
that-
1
that's it.
when you jump ship. I mean, he looked like shit. He did. But
No,
that's okay.
I
He's a
don't.
rook.
Listen, the second I saw the videotape of him stealing crab legs out of a supermarket, I was like, and that's a weird thing though, but it's just sort of
Yeah.
like a character thing
He's
where
got
it's
a
like
10-cent head, but he's a good football
but that
player.
means something.
It
Make
does.
fun of
I'm not
him.
saying
Make
he
fun of him,
doesn't.
but he got away with stealing those crab legs.
He did. He escaped the
Yeah.
pocket and was able to go outside to his car.
if you could, you would.
There was videotape replay evidence of
Yeah.
him stealing the crab legs. He didn't get away with it.
Do you know what the name
He
of the
just got away with
supermarket
it.
was?
He didn't get fined, and
No,
nobody
I
stopped
may-
him because I think they saw him leaving
They
with
gave
those
it to
crab
him. They gave him the
legs.
crab
No.
legs.
They're like, Jameis.
They gave him crabs, and then he walked out with it. You know what the name of the store was?
I
it
don't
was
think.
called
I don't think.
Pubix.
Listen, I mean, it's,
Publix.
again,
It's called Publix, but it looks like Pubix. It's just fine. It's a crab pubic hair, whatever.
I think
Good joke.
I think
Good job.
Mariota's a better quarterback. I will
Yeah, I
say though,
think he is,
it's
too.
easier. It's not easier, but it's harder to take a quarterback that is going to rely a lot on their scrambling ability and their ability to move around and make plays on the first game than a quarterback where you put in a system and he makes the throws and he makes good decisions. So we'll see. In 15 years,
in 15
we'll
years,
see.
I am a believer in the system, and I am a believer in the intelligent quarterback in the system. I think what Kelly's doing in Philadelphia is going to work. The system's going to work.
I agree.
I don't think you need like the best physical specimen, the running around the pocket quarterback. You want a quarterback who's not going to do an Eli Manning, who's going to be smart. I like the Peyton Mannings. I like the Andrew Lucks.
Right.
I like Mariota. I think
There's a
Mariota's a
wrong
great
brother,
balance.
yeah.
I like the smart
You
guy
like
in the
those
system.
are like once in a 5-year type players.
It was rare.
I don't know
rare.
that that's-
I like the best of the best.
I don't know that that's true. I think as we're
I only
moving
like the Tom
forward-
Brady's, the Peyton Manning's,
Yeah.
the Joe Montanas, the
I
Troy
like the
Aikmans,
guys that are-
the
no,
Steve
those are
Youngs.
my- call
Those
me
are the only
crazy.
ones I'm ever going to choose.
Oh, my
the
style,
ones
but-
that have already won everything.
Only
those are
the Hall of
only
Famers.
ones. But no, but it's true. Like I don't like the physical guy. Like in the balance, I don't know why
You
they
want a
picked
physical
Winston.
guy. It's a physical sport.
In the balance, Winston versus Mariota.
Yeah.
Winston is more physical. I'm still taking Mariota.
He is physical. Yeah, he's more physical. I get that.
I don't like taking a guy in the NFL where it's like, no one's ever done this. He can do things that no one else has done. He has a body type that no one else has done. It's like the NFL, it's like started in 1920. If no one has done this and this hasn't worked, maybe there's a reason for it. Find something that works over the course of 100 years.
I don't know, man.
I love
Don't
this
draft
conversation.
Clowney, Jadeveon Clowney.
You have to take him number one. You have to.
You know.
Yes, you do. You have to. It's high risk, high reward, especially at the number one pick. Sometimes you get hosed, sometimes you don't. More often than not, you do.
He's had like 4 huge medical problems.
Yeah, but what if he didn't? That's what teams say. That's what teams say. But you don't listen to these guys. Listen to me because I won my fantasy.
That's true. I
chose the right guys.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But it is just
do I like Mariota? Would we all have taken Mariota if we had the chance?
I would have taken Mariota. I mean, and if anyone wants to know how good he did, it was unreal. He threw for 4 touchdown passes, had a passer rating of 158.3, which is perfect. So it was unbelievable.
Don't give credence to the passer rating.
It was a perfect passer rating. I'm just saying, for a rookie, game 1, day 1, 4 touchdowns.
I heard a stat that blew my mind. I don't know if this is true or not. Tony Romo has the best fourth quarter. What was it? A quarterback rating. Tony Romo has the best comeback rating. Yeah. Fourth quarter comeback rating of all time.
Which is why I get why Eli was trying to be cute.
Oh my God! I think Tony Romo has been. I think he's been undervalued. Well, I mean, I guess
let's not go back to we can recall a lot of fuck ups by Mr. Romo.
We can, but he has an astronomical amount of stats where you're like, that's super, super impressive. But there's something about it where you're just kind of like,
well, here's the other thing. When you give the guy like the best offensive line in the NFL, that's probably going to help a little bit, right?
It's going to help. But he was on an island by himself for a long time before they got that offensive line in place. I mean, Tony Romo's a great quarterback. I think he's just rated. I don't think he's overrated. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's rated right where he should be. And he's like teetering at elite. Sometimes.
Well, it's true. Like you look at like the year before last, and all I have are memories of him in the fourth quarter running around in circles in the pocket. And sometimes it worked, and other times it didn't. And he would take big gambles.
And that was a catch by Dez. That was a catch.
That's a whole other thing, though.
That was a catch.
On how to build a team. I mean, starting with your offensive and defensive line. I mean, you're talking about all your other players
in the line. That's Lombardi. That's page 1 out of his book. That's where you win, is with the hog mollies up front.
Yeah, like if we take the best offensive line in football, I could be a quarterback on that team and fucking win a Super Bowl.
I hope Emmitt Smith
because like here's the thing.
Please keep saying offensive things.
Here's the
thing.
Maybe
get an email next week.
With the bad offensive line, you know what a 5-step drop is? It's when a quarterback can take 5 steps and throw.
I just want to see Tyler answer an email later this week.
Offensive line, I can just stand there. And then if I need to, I shimmy to the left or shimmy to the right.
You shit me, dude.
Please. And I can throw it.
Please, God, let Brandon be in the pocket next week.
No, I'm going to be sitting at my desk, and Goodell's going to call me on the line saying, Tyler, we got some guy on your show saying you could be a quarterback behind anyone.
No. Yo, okay.
Fuck, I don't want to talk to you, man.
All-pro offensive
We're going to have like an injury reserve for this show. I'm
going to be out like a lawyer for this show. This is ridiculous.
I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about it?
We're going to be losing commentators.
To the Patriots game, like Roger Goodell skipped out on the opening game of the NFL season, and for these who don't know, there was a huge drama between the head of the NFL commissioner and the New England Patriots. He skips out on the game, and the fans of the Patriots start chanting, what was it, "Where's Roger?"
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. That's cold-blooded.
I mean, you could see that coming from a mile away, right? I mean, it's just sort of. It's
you
funny.
Have to go though, right?
Yeah, you have to go, but it's funny. Everybody called that game, right? Everybody was like, the Patriots are absolbly going to kill the Steelers.
And Tom Brady is unstoppable. He's unstoppable.
Apparently.
You can't do anything about it. I mean, their defense didn't look that great. Him and Gronk, it was Gronk, Edelman.
It was surgical.
A little bit of Amendola, and then Gronk to the end zone. That guy is a freak.
I don't get it. Also, where it's just like they have an offense. Somewhere they have an offensive mind setting up plays where somehow Gronk is sitting at the line uncovered. Like, how badly do you have?
It's so hard to put a guy on him. You can't put anybody on him. You're going to put a small corner on him or a slow linebacker.
No. There was a play where the defense, where they lined up, Gronk was lying down on the outside, and no one was on him from the snap. And it's just sort of like, how do you not have anyone on him?
With all the proclamations you guys have made, do you think you could hang with Gronk, Mr. Pro Quarterback, and Mr. World Champion?
But there's a reason for it. I figured it out. So he, correct me if I'm wrong, right? He recovered a fumble for a touchdown, and then they called it back. They said, that's not a touchdown.
They took it away, covered it on the 1 yard line.
And then in the next play, he catches a touchdown pass on like an out route. And then I realized it's God. That guy has something with God worked out where he just gets it. and the offense completely runs him because he's not a spectacular player. He's not like a all-pro. It's how the Patriots work, and it's God. I'm absolutely convinced.
Well, I do know that Jerry Jones has something worked out with the devil, so probably there's a balance there.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lanta.
Think of it. Can you? If
I'm
you
thinking
have another,
about it right now.
Is there any other rational explanation?
And God have like just a pact, but he hates everybody else in the NFL.
I'm not. I don't know. This is a whole line of questioning that I wasn't.
So
prepared
God
for.
loves the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand
cheaters?
how the Patriots can do it. They do it on defense too. I think we talked about how the Texans somehow picked up that 90-year-old, 500-pound mean Wolf, and then the Patriots drafted the. I think all-conference defensive tackle from the University of Texas in their first round. So that's exactly what they do, and I don't know why other teams can't do it.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I mean, I have such a belief in the Patriots system, and I don't know if there's cheating or not cheating, but they're doing something correctly. Yeah. And it's almost like if they let a player go, I'm almost like, what do the Patriots know that I don't know? I mean,
now they're going to get blamed for everything. There was a headset issue night number 1 against the Steelers. Now
there were two issues, right? There was one where the Steelers head coach was complaining about, we're getting radio talk on our headsets from the other thing.
I'm sorry. Here's my opinion when it comes to sports fans bitching about little stuff like that, whether it's that pitch wasn't a strike, or he was clearly offsides, or listen, if your team scores more points at the end, you should just shut up.
I agree.
It does not matter.
I agree.
One pitch is not going to matter. One penalty is not going to matter. If you were playing better football, baseball, basketball, whatever sport it is, hurling, you will win in the end.
Not hurling.
It hardly ever just comes down to one really shitty call by a ref or one really bad play.
I don't know.
It happens rare. You have 0-3 Ohio State, Miami. That'll happen, but
it can't be quantified.
If you take care of business,
I believe it can.
Like if the Steelers got just demolished.
Let me ask you one question.
That's not on headsets.
Do you think? Well, I agree. I think
it's a part of the game.
But we have to acknowledge it. Like if he's talking about it, we have to talk about it. But do you think that stuff sort of works out in the end? Like, in other words, there's enough weird stuff that happens where, in the overall picture, it evens out.
I think in the NBA,
not in this case
because
the Patriots are team God, so they'll be fine forever.
In the NBA, I think it evens out because I think NBA officials, if there's a bad call, they'll make up for it later in the game. In the NFL, I don't think they make up for penalties.
No.
I mean, but the thing is, I think penalties are overplayed. It's injuries that or what cost a season.
They'll kill you. Or quarterbacks thinking, Dallas doesn't have any more timeouts, or they have one more, and so let's not score here because we don't want to win. I don't know. Anyways, you know what we should do right now? We have to make our picks. We do these picks every week, but I want some help this week because we have some special guests in the house. Let's get Funhaus out here. Can we get some noise going for Funhaus? We have one Funhaus guy.
They're actually not here.
Where's Funhaus?
Hey, it's Bruce. Hey, Bruce.
Hey, Mr. Bruce, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Very well, very well.
Hey, guys. You're the guy with the shirt.
You're this guy.
See, he's that guy. How come you wear a shirt this week, Tyler?
Shit, I'm sorry. I wore it the first show we ever did. I wore your shirt. Yeah, I'm sorry. Apologize about that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have Funhaus help us out with some of our picks, and then we're going to play a fun little game for everyone. It's going to be a treat, and you guys are going to be a part of it too, the crowd. We're going to get the entire crowd out here in just a second, but first, we got to get these picks. So, guys, if you want to come over here, you can share Brandon's mic, and Bruce, if you want to, or you can both come over here, yeah.
Right,
I was going to say, we can split it.
We'll get symmetrical.
Joel's not going to bite me, I don't think.
We'll get symmetrical.
We'll figure it out. All right, so guys, Jack usually goes through the picks, Patillo's picks that we're now calling them, so we're going to go through these. Let's talk about last week. Not only am I right about pretty much everything that comes out of my mouth,
We should go to Vegas.
And my fantasy team won. Everything is going great for me. Yeah, we can go now. I got every pick right from last week. Every single pick right. So if you want to go to Vegas, somebody take me. Matt, Bernie, I'd love to go. Win you guys some cash. All right, so the first one we had was Oklahoma, Tennessee. That one was, I guess, an even split.
I'll tell you what, and I'll give you credit. Like your quarterback, first half didn't show up, second half showed up.
He showed up. Hey, my boy showed up. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
he's the
double
bomb.
Overtime win,
yeah, that was an unbelievable football game. All right, so the next one was Oregon, Michigan State. That was a huge game. Number 5 versus number 7. Everyone went with Oregon on that one except for Joel. So you got that one wrong.
It was their uniforms, man.
Their uniforms were sick. I thought they were pretty dirty. All right, so the next one was Giants, Cowboys. Now, a lot of people lost money in Vegas because of this one because we all picked the Cowboys to cover that spread. I did not. I picked the Giants. Therefore, I won. Good job for me. And then the next game was the Steelers, Patriots. We all picked the Patriots on that one, so we all won. And then it was Venus Williams versus Serena Williams. Everybody picked Serena except for Jack, so he picked Venus.
And you know what's funny is the following week, a 33-year-old Italian lady who sold fruit outside the stadium walked into the stadium and beat Serena Williams.
She did. It was unbelievable.
Physically or in tennis?
Both.
Yeah, it was a beatdown on all levels. So it was good.
No,
That was good to see that. Good to see upsets.
All right, so Funhaus, you guys are going to make the picks for us, all right? So we're going to need some help. If you want to make the picks for Joel, if you want to make the picks
not
for
which
Brandon.
team's going to win, but
So-
the spread.
Oh, it's covering the spread. Yeah, covering the spread.
Bruce and I will talk about this.
You will talk about this. Converse,
Although
converse if you will.
All right.
Use your knowledge. All right, so the
Notre
first
Dame
game
just
coming
lost
up
their
is
quarterback.
Notre Dame, number 8, taking on Georgia Tech, number 14. That is a 2.5 spread for Georgia Tech, namely because Notre Dame's quarterback broke his ankle literally and is going to be out for the season, Malik Zaire. So who you guys have on this one?
I think we're going to take Georgia Tech.
yeah.
I mean,
Georgia
Notre
Tech.
Dame's losing your quarterback like that one game into the
All right,
season.
we're going to have to
Pretty
lock these in.
significant.
Georgia
Bruce
Tech.
is going to.
That's Georgia Tech. That's Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Georgia Tech all the way around. I'm glad we got
That's
that.
an easy one.
All right, next one is going to be Alabama, number 2, against number 15, Ole Miss. That is
And important to note, this line has moved in 3 days. It used to be a lot higher. I think it was like 10 points earlier this week. Now it's moved down.
It's moved down, 6.5. Where do you guys stand?
Fuck it. You want to go Ole Miss?
Why not? Let's
go Ole Miss.
We're going to go Ole Miss.
Easy to pick Alabama.
Pete and Brandon, Ole Miss.
Normally, I go against trend, but Bruce wants to go with trend.
I
So.
want to. I mean, like you got it right. It's,
Yeah.
Spread 6. Okay, of course,
All right.
Alabama.
we're going
I'm
Alabama
seriously
on this one.
asking, what did Katy Perry pick? She's the one who picked the upset.
She picked the one.
Just
She got
2 years
confused.
ago.
Did she pick every week now?
I don't know.
Well, she got
I will-
confused with Ole Miss and South Carolina, who are the Gamecocks, and she was asking, "Is this the one that has the Cox in it?" for the
But we
Ole
don't know
Miss
if she's
game?
picked this. Okay, I was just.
So she's,
we don't know.
I think she would pick Ole Miss.
Okay.
Probably.
'Cause
We're gonna
that's
go
the
with Ole
one
Miss
she
then.
wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is going to be Seahawks Packers. Seahawks were in a crazy game, losing to the Rams. Green Bay beat Chicago. That's a 3.5 line for Green Bay. What do you guys got?
I think Packers, honestly. I think Aaron Rodgers looks good, and as good as Seahawks are, I'm going with Packers.
You should control his team. That's good advice. You could use some
He's
help.
starting. I
You
have
could use
Aaron
some help.
Rodgers.
Yeah. All right.
He does the
think-
shuffle, the
I think-
insurance shuffle.
I
thingy.
think that when you're doing sports gambling and there's history, you have to know the history, right? So the way to view this game is what happened last year. Well, last year the Seahawks and the Packers were in the playoffs, and the
epic
team
game.
that lost were the Packers. So they're pissed. So it's got to be.
Oh, so you're going to say
So
the
it's the
Packers?
Packers.
I think the Seahawks. I mean, I love the Packers, by the way. Packers
I
are
don't know
my
if
team.
NFL players give a shit
I think
like
the
that,
Seahawks
though.
are a better
Yeah,
team.
it's not last year.
No, they're not.
Okay,
I
all
thought-
right,
no,
all
I'll
right.
give it
Packers,
to-
Packers.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I'm
Lock
fine
it
with
in?
that. They're
Lock
my
it in?
team. They're my team.
Packers.
Okay,
All right,
here we
Packers.
go.
All right. New York Jets, Colts. That's a 7 line for the Colts right there.
has to be the Colts.
They played really, really bad against Buffalo in that defense. What do you guys got?
I think we have to
Really?
give the
I'm giving
Colts
this
a
guy no
chance. I think they cover the spread for a touchdown. What do you think?
I didn't see either of them play this week, so, Andrew Luck's always good, so I'm fine with that.
I'm going to give my boy Andre Johnson. He's going to have an even bigger game.
Yeah.
He had an okay game. I'm going to pick the Colts.
Pick the Colts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cover
Do
spread.
it.
We agree that the Jets are kind of always garbage. So we're going to say the Colts, even though they look like garbage too, they look like less of garbage.
Can we
right,
pick
perfect.
seven? That's a bullshit spread. Can we do 7.5
It's not a
or
bull-
6.5?
it's a Vegas spread.
It's a
You
push.
can't
You
argue with
can't
this shit.
change the spread. You
Oh,
can't go to the sports
Everybody
window.
has spreads. We can find
What
another
sort of
spread.
conversation are you going to have at the sports window in Vegas?
Now they're gonna get called from
have
Vegas,
Spreads.
and they're gonna yell at me for Tyler. You trying to change the line? And we got a guy
7-point
doing it on your
spread.
show.
That's not fun.
It's 7. It's what it is.
Jesus.
This came from the guy that said the Patriots were God's team, right?
No.
Yeah,
I didn't
same
say they were
guy.
God's team.
Same guy.
I said the secret is God one way or another.
God doesn't love cheaters, Brandon.
We're all going to hell.
All right.
Someone
and-
hasn't read the
all right,
Bible.
the last one we're not going to do. We're going to save that for after Joel. When we get a little bit closer, it's going to be Joel versus the field for hurling.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what
That's
it's
not
going to
take-
be.
that's
When
not
we
playing-
set
that's
that
not-
up.
that's
All
not
right,
taking place
what
next
we need to
week.
do right now is we need to get the entire audience to come back here and fill in behind. Yeah, I'm not kidding, guys. You get to be on camera. All of you.
Yay.
Gentlemen, if you could
Yay.
take sides over here. We've already predetermined teams. This is just what it's going to be. So what we're going to be doing, guys, is a really fun game. And say hi to the wonderful people that showed up. Everybody who didn't show up, I'm going to be really upset. You're going to get an angry email from me.
Look at all
on
these
Monday.
people.
I know. I'm pretty excited about this. So
This
what
is
we're
like-
going to be doing is we're going to be playing a game of penalty shots. So basically what that is it's kind of like penalty kicks in soccer. So basically what's going to happen is that we're going to have 4 shots, literal shots, for both Bruce and for Pete.
So when you say
Hold on.
shots,
Shots. I'm going to show you. We're going to bring them in right now. 4 shots.
Wow.
Of what? Of what?
4 shots of some.
Are we allowed to know what that is?
Oh, yes.
Brandon, I don't know if that's for you.
That's vodka. That's some good Texas vodka right there
Good
for you.
Texas
I don't know if I
vodka.
can say the name.
Yeah.
So here's what's going to happen, guys.
Is this Tito's?
Now, we're going to play a trivia game where basically you're going to answer these trivia questions that I have come up with.
Does one of them involve God?
No, it didn't.
Can we add a mixer?
No, you cannot add a mixer.
I might need that
Well,
chaser.
here's the thing, Brandon. You're not going to be drinking anything, and Joel, neither will you.
Oh.
In fact, all of this is going to be on Bruce and Peak. You hold their fates in your hand, basically.
So if I want to get Bruce drunk and sleep with him later, I get all the
That's
questions.
what's going to happen. So here's how it's going to work. Penalty kicks, every team kind of takes a turn trying to score a goal. If they do, you get a point. If you don't, you get a miss one. So it's kind of like whoever has the most at the end. We're going to change it up a little bit. It's going to be whoever drinks all 4 of those. So basically, if you get 4 wrong, that team loses, the other team wins. If not, we'll have a tiebreaker at the end to decide the winner. And that's how it's going to work out. So here's the other thing. Bruce, Peak, you can't help them with these. You can try and visualize if you want to about what these answers could be, but you can't speak. And you just are going to pray and hope
might have worked
that
out signals.
they don't
We're using God.
that they don't screw it up this bad.
I called God.
All right, so do you want to know what the categories are?
Categories, please.
All right, we're going to tell you the categories, and when we do, I want our audience to be loud and cheer for whoever you think should be winning, or
Not Brandon.
or just be aghast. It doesn't matter. We're going to get loud. We're going to get crazy.
Probably not me.
Probably not Brandon. Okay, so the category is going to be team nicknames.
Team
So
nicknames.
not necessarily mascots, but nicknames, and it's not just going to be American sports. These are sports from all over the world. So as you see
Ooh,
up
we have
on our
balls up
screen.
there.
Right now, you're doing pretty
Sports
good.
balls.
You haven't lost anything yet. So we'll go and start with you, Joel. Okay?
Oh, great. Sports balls.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you, tell you kind of like what the sport is or the category. So for instance, it would be college,
College.
and I would say Texas. What would be their nickname?
Their nickname would be the Horns.
I would. Wow, you're in trouble. Yeah, I'll give points to that. It would be the Longhorns, but yeah, absolutely.
Well, the nickname, the actual name
Right.
is Longhorn.
The nickname of the nickname?
No, the nickname would be the
That was
Longhorns.
confusing.
Well,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
wait,
what
is that the nickname or the name?
That's the name of the nickname.
So, but it's not. The
Let's not
na-
make
it's
this
it's
more
not-
difficult. We're not going to make this more difficult than it has
It's
to be.
not- it's
What
not
you're
the
gonna do
nickname
just
is
guess. You're just gonna
It's
guess,
not
right?
a nickname. It's a name.
No. The name of the University of Texas is the University of Texas.
But
They
they
are
own the word
Longhorns.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Okay, got it. So
Okay.
that's how that would work. So
All right.
I'm either going to say college, I'll say
right.
NFL, I'll say
Nickname.
Premier League.
Gotcha.
So I hope you guys did your research. All right, we're going to start this off. Joel, you're up first.
Oh, great.
All right, college,
College.
Duke.
Fucking give it to me.
Blue Devils.
Damn it.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Can we get it?
Do you want it?
it?
Do you want it drink? No, no.
I'd rather not.
All right, Brandon.
All right.
NFL. Cleveland.
Browns.
That is correct.
No. He meant
You
the-
tricked me
he
up.
meant
I was like, that's easy. All right.
Is that their name or their nickname?
That's.
All right. Names, nicknames, mascots. That's the category for this thing. Breaking me down here. All right.
Tricking me.
MLB, Kansas City.
MLB, Kansas City Royals.
Yes, that is correct.
It's weird. It's like you have to say it.
I feel guilty that Bruce isn't getting any alcohol in his system.
Oh, trust me, it's going to happen. All right. Hockey, Pittsburgh.
The Penguins. I was gonna say the Pilates, but it's the Penguins.
That is correct.
Yeah.
No one's getting drunk.
Things are gonna get harder.
They're going to get harder. All right,
Okay.
here we go. MLB,
MLB.
Tampa Bay.
The Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Fucking got him.
That is incorrect. They are the Tampa Bay Rays.
I was like, as soon as you said, I was like, don't let them know it's a trick question.
All right, here we go. All right,
But
on
devils
to you
are
guys.
God.
They're going to get a lot harder. College, UC Santa Cruz.
I know this.
Yeah, so do I.
What?
Can we go for the steal? Can we go for the
You
steal?
cannot go for the steal.
Can I give him a hint?
Your
I'll give him a hint.
Your lip is quivering.
Yeah, it was a hint.
It's it's a creature who is
And that's it. And that's the only hint you're gonna get. No, we gotta. I need an answer in 3,
The
2.
Fire Devils.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Can I still give him a hint? Just,
Give him the hint.
it's a creature, and the students picked it. It's a creature that is 90% genitalia. That's why the students picked it.
The banana slugs. The banana slugs.
It's the UC
Yeah.
banana slug.
Yes.
A banana slug is 90% balls. Sports balls.
All right. Moving on to the next one.
Sorry.
Oh,
Took it like
good
a
job.
champ. We just took
Good
it like a
job.
It is very.
I know.
Well
All
done.
right. MLS.
That's soccer, right?
Yeah, it is, and I don't know soccer.
Houston.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Fucking steal.
Houston.
The Houston heroin addicts.
That is incorrect. It would be the Houston Dynamo.
Oh yes, the Dynamo.
There
If
was
you went
no-
that
there
route,
was-
it would
I'm
be
sorry. There was
purple
no.
drink.
There was no way.
Chameleonaire.
Houston is known for its purple drink.
You know, you'd think because it's like Rockets, Astros,
Dynamo's energy.
Heroin.
Dynamos.
Dynamo.
Yeah.
So-
Heroin.
All right, here we go. Hockey.
Why does it just?
Toronto.
Oh, that's so easy. Come on.
Barbara knows it.
This is pretty easy.
That's so easy.
There's 90% genitalia.
Come on.
Canucks.
Barbara, do you want to tell them what it is?
That'd be the Maple Leafs, Brandon.
That would be correct.
There's a team called the Canucks, though, right?
Yeah, but it
That's
would not be that team. It would
Vancouver.
be Toronto.
It's like whatever.
Mr. Peak, if you
Vancouver.
will. Your partner is not helping you.
The
out.
the
Gosh,
the
come on.
Canucks are 90% genitalia.
Well, we're even, right? Tie game.
You're even. Tie game. All right, first one. 2 drinks all 4. You're out. You're the losing team. All right, here we go.
How many questions do you have?
Moving on. College.
College.
Louisiana. Lafayette.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on.
The Raging Cajuns.
That is correct. That is correct.
Thank you.
Oh, we got this.
Oh, that is good.
There's like 30 of my family members that went to that school. 4 graduates.
All right, here we go, Brandon.
Yeah.
Premier League.
No.
Man U.
Oh,
Man,
Manchester United.
isn't that the
No. No.
Nickname-
No.
They have
a
Team
name.
names,
They have a name.
nicknames. Yes, they have a name.
It's the guys who marry supermodels.
I'll give you one hint. Their jerseys are the color red.
I know.
I have no idea. Soccer's.
Manchester United Beckhams.
I don't think Num 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 is an actual
We're
team.
gonna need an answer.
The Num Num Nums.
The Consolidated.
No, it would be the Man U Red Devils.
Oh no, I did not know that.
Okay.
I didn't know that either.
I had no
That's
idea.
a tough
There you go.
one, and
There
it's a
you go.
good
That's-
question because
that's a
they're a
great
legit
one.
franchise that no one has ever said the
And
name
now
of.
you know. Isn't
right.
that
That's a good
exciting?
question.
You're learning
You
so
gotta take
much.
a shot.
Sorry, Pete. Yeah, let's give Pete some encouragement. All right, here we go. This is a tough one for Joel.
Tough
all right?
one. Is it soccer?
It's really hard. All right,
No soccer.
here we go. College,
College.
Oklahoma.
Oh come on! What the shit?
Those would be the Sooners, right?
That would be correct.
The Boomer Sooners?
That is correct. All
It's
right,
like what?
here we go. All right.
Are you?
Tough
too
one for
easy.
Brandon. Tough one for Brandon. Here we go. All right, they're down to 1. So if they get this one wrong, it's over.
Bullshit.
NFL, Seattle.
Oh, the Seahawks.
That is
Oh,
correct.
come on. Come on.
All right, here we go.
No soccer
Here we go.
questions.
Back to Joel. This is a tight game, folks. Tight game. All
No-
right.
no soccer.
MLB, Arizona.
Yeah, the Arizona Diamondbacks.
That is correct.
Yeah.
All right. This is tense. This could be the last one. All right. You know, we talked a little bit about this today earlier in the show, so I figured we had
No
to include
hockey,
it.
no soccer.
Soccer. Give him a soccer question.
Rugby,
Oh, what the fuck?
Yes, rugby.
New Zealand.
The fucking All Blacks!
Oh, he got it!
I went to New Zealand. I went to that rally.
We've been to
I was at that victory rally.
we've been to New Zealand too many times.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Ask me any question to any team in which I went to their country's victory rally, and I will fucking nail it.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't
All
get
right.
drunk enough at that
All right,
celebration.
so let's stick on it then. Rugby,
Well, that's the only team in there that anyone knows.
Australia.
Australia.
In Australia, right, Joel?
Rugby Australia. You're saying Australian rules football or
No,
rugby?
the
There's an
national
Australian
team. Australian team.
The national team?
Answer the question.
Is it the national team? There's so many leagues in Australia. They're all different.
No, nothing about rugby.
Australia.
It's either.
It's their national
Did you
team.
ever see
The
the
national team of Australia.
rugby guy who put it Australian rugby? Okay, sorry, what y'all?
Fuck, I don't know this.
I was buying time for him.
I'm gonna say the Blues.
It's the Wallabies. That's incorrect. Take a
Oh,
shot.
man, that would have been a good one. I wish you'd
That was
guessed
a
the
good one.
kangaroo.
I shouldn't.
So who did you ask the first question to?
What the hell is a wallaby?
It's a kangaroo.
Is it 90% genitalia?
It's a marsupial.
All right.
So if I get it wrong, they have to get it right.
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct. Here we go. All right, guys, we are down to the last shot. So here we go. Brandon.
soccer.
Brandon. College. Syracuse.
They changed it recently. Did they? Like 10 years ago. The orange.
That is correct.
Is it really?
They used to be the Orange Men, and I thought
And
they
they-
changed it because I thought that was like a Native American
Well,
slur,
no, there's
like a
a-
different one. But it's because it's like,
Good night. Thank you for joining
but it's
us.
because
Send your emails to sportsball at Rooster Teeth.
it's because
We've
it's
managed to piss off
it
the
says
NFL,
men in it. You know,
Las Vegas,
no, I'm not
and
pissing. I
Native
was-
Americans
No,
in
not
one
I
show.
was. I was on their side. In
Oh
that
my
matter.
God, Daniel Snyder's
All right,
gonna email
all
us.
right, here we go. Here we go. This could be the last one. Here we go. Still 1-1. All right, here. All right. So, this is a good one, folks. Hurling.
What?
Kilkenny.
No, come on! What is this crap? Aren't this one of the teams that we saw yesterday?
We were
Or
talking
last-
about them the last show. That was the team we were covering. You're a hurling champion. You should know
Come on,
this.
Joel.
Happening.
Come on, Joel.
All right, what's the name of the city?
Kilkenny.
Okay, I got this.
What is it?
It's the Kilkenny Drunks.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. Bruce, you have to drink. Peak and Brandon are champions. Let's hear it for them.
Oh no.
I do love Kilkenny though. Kilkenny is the greatest city on all
All right, and
planet.
before we get into
bread
any more
ball.
trouble or piss off anybody else, that is
I'm
going to
sorry-
be
I'm
it
sorry.
for Sportsball.
We love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank
Funhaus,
you,
for being here.
Funhaus.
Thank you, everybody, for being a part of the show. We will see you guys next week. Later.